What's going on, guys? Marcus here with the Reformation Woodshop. A little over a month ago I posted a video showing you guys the coolest, most mobile laser I found on Amazon, and that video did really well. Because of that, I had several companies reach out to me and say, try out this laser, it's pretty cool. I don't want to try out a bunch of lasers, I don't want a bunch of stuff stacked up in my house, I don't have a whole lot of space. So I sat on it, I thought about it, and I looked at all the specs of all of the lasers, and I chose which one I thought was best. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the XTool D1 Pro. Alright, so let's talk about specs. The front plate, the rear plate, the optical shaft components, the middle plate, the left plate, the right plate, power cable, power adapter, motor and laser cables, the laser, the USB cable, your safety goggles, and the material pack is what will come in the box. This is a solid steel frame. It is not heavy, but it is not too light that it can't fall off the table so easily. It runs off of two stepper motors, one here for your X-axis and one there for your Y. You can see the two belts. They have individual tightening and loosening. And one quick and easy way to know if you've tightened things accurately is how well and seamless this slides down together. If it goes down all at once and doesn't pinch on either side, then you're perfect, you're pretty accurate. You adjust the belts with a tiny screw, it's super easy. This is a 10-watt diode laser. It cuts 10,000 millimeters per minute. When it comes to entry-level lasers, that's in the higher end of all of those lasers. It is super precise. It has a 0.08 millimeter laser head, which is one of the smallest that is available. And small lasers mean more articulated cuts, more details, more ins and outs and all that kind of stuff. It has a 17-inch by 16-inch working area, or if you're working in millimeters, 432 by 406 millimeters. Attaching this laser head to your gantry is super easy. You slip right in there, and then you control it with this nut right here. Then when you go to set it, make sure that's touching right there. Lift it up, and now it can move freely. Your laser will be in focus and make the most precise cut possible. Something cool that I learned about this laser is that it is actually two 5-watt lasers on the inside. There are mirrors that combine it to make it a 10-watt laser. It's really cool. You can actually change these heads out. XTool has a 20-watt laser, which hopefully sometime in the future I can get a little bit more power, because you know we love more power around here. As you can see here on the side, there is Wi-Fi capability down there, or you can connect straight into your computer with an Ethernet cable. I've used both Ethernet and Wi-Fi. They both work really well. Ethernet is really helpful when I'm out in the shop because my Wi-Fi signal is not super strong over there. If you connect via Wi-Fi, whatever you want to engrave saves into this little card right here. You can press start on your engraving, walk away, work on something else on the computer, not have to have your computer close at all. Speaking of location, you want to make sure that your laser is vented. It is in an area where the smoke can be pulled away. There are air assists for this machine to make sure that your work environment stays smoke free, but I don't have those, so I have this out on my patio where it can get a really strong Wi-Fi signal and where it has a lot of airflow. And when speaking about safety, make sure to wear your safety glasses. You don't have to be a cool guy and not take safety precautions. There is actually a safety shroud on the laser that'll protect you for the most part, but just to be double safe, make sure to wear your glasses. It's really helpful. I look pretty cool, right? I'll be back. XTool provides riser feet that can attach to each other and make your laser taller and taller and taller. So theoretically speaking, if you needed this thing to be 6 to 8 inches tall, it can be. What can this laser do? That's the only reason you're here for this video. Let me show you what it can do. Your laser comes with a lot of really cool things. It comes with some metal, it comes with a variety pack of glass, wood, cork, acrylic, a bunch of cool stuff. There's also a booklet included that tells you everything that you can cut and engrave: wood, leather, paper, fabric, acrylic, cardboard, PVC, and specifically for engraving only, glass, stainless steel, ceramics, aluminum alloy, painted metal, rubber, and slate. There are lots of really fun and unique things you can do with this laser, but of course I had to go basic at first. I made this wooden sign with some alder. I wanted to go ahead and engrave a scripture on it, something really cool that I think would sell if I was to take it to a craft show. It took me a while tinkering to get the setup because obviously I needed to perfectly fit a circle print on this circle sign. I measured everything perfect. I think I got it lined up really well. And honestly, I'm really happy with how it came out. Next up, I wanted to try to engrave on the metal that they sent in the materials package. I've always wanted a metal business card that had a QR code on the back that I could just have somebody scan and they could check out all of my stores. So I decided to give it a go and it worked perfectly. It was super easy. I thought it was going to be more difficult than it actually was. Okay, well, I say that. I actually didn't put as much focus as I should have when I was doing the backside and it got a little wonky, but I'm still keeping it in my wallet. After engraving, the next feature that I wanted to try out with this laser was cutting. I've never been able to cut before with the laser that I had previously, so I was really excited to get started with this one. Since it's spooky season, I decided to make a Halloween sign for our front door. Cutting is not much different than engraving, actually. All you have to do is outline whatever your image is, take the outline down to 0, go over to your right side panel, go from score to cut, crank the power all the way up, adjust your settings to exactly what they need to be for whatever material it is that you're using, and start. My daughter's been complaining about us not having a whole lot of Halloween decorations outside, so I think this is a good place to start. Alright, so the next thing I wanted to try was to engrave something and then cut it out. So all you have to do that is to set up your engraving inside of your XTool creative space, outline it, don't take it down to 0, put it at a 1 or a 2, turn the power up on your cut. Doing that, you should be able to get your engraving and you should be able to have it cut out so you can make something cool like this. This laser has helped me to make a lot of really cool stuff that I'm going to be able to sell. I recently took a bunch of this stuff to a craft show and sold a lot of stuff that I made since getting this laser. This is a really good tool to get a business started. You can really tell my personality based on the magnets I chose to print. This laser came with the RA2, which is a rotary attachment made for engraving on things that are cylindrical. I was going to include that in this video, but after working with it for just a little bit, I realized that is an entire video in and of itself, so I'm going to make a video covering that, and that should be out next week for you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about this bad boy in the comment section down below.